Hey guys, welcome to another match shows off. I really need to change the name maybe, but we'll stick with that for now. So what I want to do, is actually just to show a bit of gameplay of this currently in early access. It's called Dragonpath, which as you can probably see from the title already, if I may actually pull up the description. Apologies about that. Clicking outside the window actually stops the music, which I gotta admit the music's pretty cool. So Dragonpath is, just reading up the Steam description, it's a top-down hack and slash RPG with abilities tied to equipment rather than classes. And quite frankly, for me, that is actually the real appeal of this game, in my opinion. And I think it provides a very interesting way of sort of just really crawling through dungeons. Just before I continue, I'd just like to disclose, for the purposes of disclosure, that this is actually a review copy that was provided by the developers themselves, which is Ebonscale Games from memory, and through Dietrich's online services. So even though I'm very happy to sort of just have a game to play around for free, I feel it's necessary to do them an appropriate service and actually show off the features of this game, that pretty much this game in general. So what I've done is actually I played for about an hour, and I think it's probably the easiest way just to really just go through the level and just see what happens. So in terms of controls, I'm using the controller, although you can definitely use a keyboard, and as it pretty much describes, it's a top-down hack and slash RPG, and so I think what is probably best to do for now is to just show a bunch of weapons. So I've actually collected a bunch of weapons since I'm on part 3 of chapter 1. So at the moment you can see I've got a huge barrel hammer, and basically if you look in the bottom left, there are 2 skills that I can use. So first one is the basic attack, which is this, and then the second one is basically a sort of like an AoE-ish, no, more like a visual line type of attack. So, and I can switch to a ranged weapon. So basically you can actively have 1 melee and 1 ranged weapon. And so if I switch to the ranged weapon, I've got a single oh, well actually this is an upgraded one, but your starting ranged weapon will shoot 1 shot, and then there's your secondary, which, you know, that's something a bit more interesting. Now there are definitely other equipments as well, which are certainly sort of make things a lot more interesting. So right now I've got a trinket, the throwing daggers, which I've got highlighted there, and basically each of the skills actually described within each of the weapons. So if you look at the gun, you can see shoot, which is the first shot, and then the shock blast, which is the second one I just described. So I probably should demonstrate it again. So that's shoot, and that's shock blast. Now and basically this is just the nature of all the weapons in this game. And there's a trinket. So here I've got throwing daggers, which lightweight daggers used for throwing, and it's got cripple, so it's a ranged attack, and which interrupts and temporarily slows targets hit. So I'll just demonstrate that. In the action bar, I use X to throw it, and you can see I'm just throwing a dagger. And of course, as you can see, each skill kind of has a cooldown. So there's also a dash attack, and I can also block attacks using the left button, not left trigger. But you know, enough rambling. I should probably actually go do some stopping action. So alright. Oh, actually, what am I doing? I've got the gun on at the moment, so, and I've forgotten how to play this game, which is really embarrassing. Okay, and things are getting pretty busy. Oh, okay. The controls for me are sort of still a bit hard to get used to, but it's not that bad once you get used to it. But definitely when I'm sort of used to playing this using the keyboard, so it's definitely a bit something that I'm not quite used to just yet, but I think it's really kind of a non-issue once you get used to it. And so basically they claim that all the damage in this game is actually, okay, maybe it's not an actual claim, but it's like one of the things that can be said is that most of the damage is avoidable, either like through interrupting or through dashing. And as you've probably seen, shooting bandit blade, that's actually pretty interesting. So as you probably seen that when I dash, there is also sort of like an interrupt that there's also like an interrupt that you can actually do that, well, it can sort of like interrupt enemies' attacks. So I'm just checking out this spear. It looks to be quite powerful actually, and the bandit blade. So for the purposes of this video, is actually probably ooh, I could shoot fire. Okay, so let's equip the spear for now, and we'll just see how things are a bit different. So I've got a jab. I've got like a javelin attack. All right, so let's moving on. Something is happening. When it's cold, it feels like something is watching me. I best be on my way as soon as possible, for the person is growing stronger and more sinister. Let's go to the shop. Yep. The firebomb. So you can see there's a whole bunch of different skills and different bunch of characters as well. And yeah, so that's sort of one of Yep. I gotta admit, I'm not a fan of spears, but I think it's just kind of a bit harder to deal with. Alright, I should probably try and kill the cleric first, and so far it's looking pretty good. Firebomb, alright. Alright, whoop. I was not watching my cooldown then, so I'll keep poking. Whoop. And okay, so I need to read the description again, but it looks like I actually gain a shield when I successfully hit. Basic spear with a 2-point blade, shielding 41% chance on hit to gain absorb shield with strength of 5 for 1.5 seconds. That's actually pretty handy. So moving on, I'll just grab that potion, and I'll just move up to the shop, which is kind of a constant on every shop. But what's interesting is that there is a steal from chest option, which is I'm not gonna bother with it because I haven't actually tried it out, but my best guess is that if you play Spelunky, there's an option to kill the shopkeeper, and that basically gains you more loot, but it basically makes the whole game harder. So my best guess is that if I do that, then I have to deal with the shopkeeper and these two guys. So I'm not gonna do that just yet, but so I will definitely just check out what the shop is there. It looks like there's a level 6 item, which is a simple scarf which is wrapped around the neck, and then there is a freezing carapace cleaver. I want to try this. So, I'll just quickly sell a bunch of stuff. We'll just sell all the low level stuff. 3, 2... I should probably do this a bit more quickly. It's not quite as responsive to my controller, which is a bit odd, but I think that's definitely something that is maybe just a bit of a bug that can be fixed fairly easily. So I'll just sell a bunch of stuff, and alright, so let's buy Blink Dagger of the Endless, Red Scarf. Let's buy the Red Scarf. Let's buy this giant axe so I can have some fun with it. Alright, so let's alright, so first things first, let's equip this, and let's equip that, and let's see what we can do. So swing. Alright, ooh, that's actually nice. I actually like the shockwave. So, alright, so we're gonna just get through, and something happens in the middle here, so which is like, I don't know where I want to walk through, but let's go beat the boss first. Oh god. Oh god, what's that big guy? Oh boy. But I like that I'm actually doing so much damage, so it's like, woo! Alright. And yeah, you probably noticed one other thing is that at the end of each level, you heal a bit. I haven't actually sort of like really figured out how much. Oh, okay, so it looks like I can't actually interrupt except with the secondary attack, which is yeah, that's understandable. But I'm glad that I can do so much damage. Alright, so pick up fire bombs or fireballs. I'm not gonna lie, these are some really nice weapons that I should probably like keep checking out. Actually, this is a much stronger throwing dagger, so I will use that. Fire bombs or fireball. Actually, let's show this and see how it. Okay, so yeah, it's basically like the fire bombs that we saw earlier, but I'm not gonna lie, I do prefer the dagger, so I will stick with that. I definitely prefer the axe over the spear, so I will stick with that. So this is really what I really enjoy about this, because it's like the weapon drops are also random, but and then okay, well now I gotta focus on the fight, which is kind of embarrassing, but alright, alright, we'll whack you, and oh no, I do not. Oh, have fun killing yourself, really. Alright, and oh. And yeah, so in my opinion, it's fairly approachable. Like each room is it's pretty much a lot like Binding of Isaac, really. It's sort of like, you know, you're in this dungeon, and you're kind of just like doing things, and then once you clear each room, you know, you get a chance at loot, you get a chance at sort of just like getting a drop or some kind of consumable. Although consumables aren't really much of a consumables aren't really much of a thing in this game as in Binding of Isaac, which say has like you know, like bombs and keys and such. So alright, alright, wanna stay away from that big guy. Oh. So you should probably try and block. I'm really bad at blocking because it's definitely one of the things that could be definitely make this game a bit more easy to deal with. So oh, I've got a level up. Okay, so mana regen cooldown rate, max health or damage done. I kind of want to go with max health, but I'm not quite sure. Let's go with damage done. And then alright, so let's see. I don't have as many potions I would like, but yeah, let's just go ahead. Actually, whoops, I just forgot one thing. And alright, let's. So as you can see in the menu on the upper right, there is like a speech skull. I think you can probably guess what that is. So I think I'm just not gonna waste your time. We'll just make sure I've got all my weapons in order. Alright, let's do this. Master Machinist, the huge augmented man turns to face you. Oh, hey, are you the volunteer that was supposed to arrive a couple of weeks ago? Come ahead. I've been looking forward to this opportunity to test some experimental weapons. Alright, so he looks like a melee guy, so I'm gonna start with some range stuff. Oh boy. Okay. Okay, so yeah. I think I really like the design of some of the bosses so far because he's like, mines? Are you serious? Alright, so, I feel like this is gonna be, oh boy. I hope the mines don't last all the time, but I have a feeling that it will be the case, so I should probably heal up first. Oh boy. I feel like I'm not the one who's supposed to wait. I feel like I'm wondering if I could block. Actually, yeah, I could do that. Alright, the more you know. Shield's coming up. Alright, well, I better keep running. But, I have a feeling I'm gonna die. You know what, I'll put on the shield and just try and clear some mines while on the way, and I'll just take a shot whenever he's exhausted. Alright, so yeah, there's just really some interesting mechanics in my opinion that really sort of just okay, I gotta focus on. Oh, alright. Alright, we'll just keep shooting and hopefully and almost there, woohoo, level cleared. Oh, alright, so yeah, pretty much pick up landmines, gaze upon the portal. Okay, you know, let's check out these landmines. Oh, I'm so excited. It's a trinket, so create a trap up to 5 units away, slows enemy by... Oh, only one? Alright. But what I like about the mines is actually it's passive, so it's it being passive basically means it's sort of like a set and forget sort of thing, so I should probably target the cleric. There's like a lock-on option, which if you can see is the red circle around the other guy. So yeah, that's it allows you just to focus on the one guy. So it's definitely something you can do. So we just throw him by and then we'll do our business. Oh, that's... Okay, well, I think oh boy. Okay, you know what? Let's throw mine. Oh, pick up Great Hammer or Rage. Oh, actually, I should probably check if the mine... Okay, mine doesn't affect me. Works for me. And you know, one should probably buy some potions, but I don't think that's really necessary. All right, let's keep going. Let's keep going past the boss. Let's check out that other question mark, and yeah, we'll probably just wrap it up for this video since I only really mean for this to be some kind of preview. All right. Oh. I actually wonder if these guys can actually damage the allies. Oh. And yeah, actually with the shooting rune shot, let's see. Actually, I'm just thinking, can be used to block attack for engine cast speed. Oh wait, actually, sorry. Shooting rune shot, 44% chance on hit to. Yeah, why not? Alright, so I'm on the gun, so alright, so it's a normal instead of a spread, but I think I could deal with that. Alright, so let's see what happens. Loot the bag. Do you wanna do that? I have a feeling the answer is no. But since this is my first time actually doing this, you know, part of me is like, well, kinda hurt. Yeah, I thought so. Oh boy. Alright, so far so good. Actually, you know, this is pretty easy to deal with, so I shouldn't have been too worried. So with that, I'll just pick up the firebrand, and it looks like I'll be able to head down to the next level. So I'm just thinking, okay, well, let's just head down to the next level and like, advance on the descending path. And yeah, I think I'll probably just wrap you up for this one, mainly because it says that when you alright, so mainly because it's actually sort of when you go to exit to the main menu or something like that. What I want to say, it's it saves your game at the start of every floor, so definitely something you want to keep in mind when you're playing through this game. But considering the length of this video, I've just been playing for about 17 minutes now. It's definitely a game where you could just pop in, maybe play for 20-30 minutes, and then yeah, and then just pop out again. So that's one of the other things I really like about this game, because as someone who really doesn't have a lot of time, or someone who really can't just sit down and game for like 2 to 4 hours straight, just having this kind of game to pop in for 20-30 minutes, play one floor, one round, and then, you know, just pop out, assuming you don't get stuck on some of the bosses, because I definitely got stuck on the second floor boss in the first time playing through this game. So yeah, as long as you're competing, I suppose. So yeah, I think Dragonpath is it's a game that really appeals to me, especially for someone like me who hasn't really been playing much action RPGs for quite a while. And definitely I mean, some of the more popular ones are like Diablo, Torchlight, and I was also playing Titan Quest for a bit, like the really old Titan Quest, and I actually got a bit bored of Titan Quest, but this one, yeah, it's the sheer convenience, the sheer simplicity, but also the randomness, and that and also in that you can sort of just deal with each room it's like each room is self-contained. So it's like, okay, I know what's gonna happen in the next room is that it's gonna be a bunch of guys. There's gonna be maybe some loot, all I have to do is beat them, and then I've cleared the room. It's just sort of that kind of segmented, like sort of blockish build on each thing that I really enjoy about this game. And part of it is also because it's like I play other games like Binding of Isaac, Right Legacy, what's the other one? It's like Darkness or something? I can't remember. So yeah, Dragonpath, definitely a game I would recommend if you really enjoy action RPGs, and since this is by an indie developer and if you're open to the weapons concept, there's definitely a degree of randomization which makes this game fun and varied enough, in my opinion. So just trying to think if there's any more I can say. I think I do hope that there will be like maybe a few more weapons, but definitely there seems to be enough variety to keep the game interesting enough. Obviously I haven't played through like the whole campaign so far, and since this is something in early access, I will probably not try to attempt the whole campaign until the full game is released, but definitely I just wanted to take the opportunity to show up this interesting content which I feel has been executed very well, and with enough creativity such that it adds its own unique flavor to the game, along with the art and along with just some of the assets as well as the overall design and nature. I can definitely see where some of the influences are, and sort of like what the devs, or I don't even know if it's a single developer or several, but definitely I can see where some things has been paid attention to, and some parts where it maybe the devs don't consider all that important. So I've been talking for too long. I could definitely recommend Dragonpath, and I'll put the link to the Steam store in the description below, and yeah, so with that, I can definitely recommend Dragonpath if you like similar ARPG games and you're just looking for something indie, you're looking for maybe a little more maybe just for something that's an interesting concept. I could definitely recommend Dragonpath. So with that, thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next video.